18 years later, in 1989, Joe Papp was trying to make another musical hit big. This show was Bill Finn's Romance in Hard Times. Almost 2 decades later, Joe Papp had a lot of shows transfer to Broadway and not find their audience. I can't put on full musical production. I don't do a Joe Papp impression. I do, but it's terrible. I can't put on full musical productions out in public anymore because they cost too much and my theaters are too small to support them, Papp said. He wanted to change the system so that shows could have labs, limited runs where the public was invited but critics were not. Papp even said, the idea now is for other people, hopefully, yeah, there should be Bill Finn pictures. Awesome. He wanted other people, hopefully other nonprofit groups, to see the show and maybe go in with the public on future productions. Amazing that this idea did not catch on at all in 1989, but now it is catching on in our time, barely reference, with the current co-production, several of the nonprofits have been like the Shags and Front Part Boys.
And the show had first been done at Playwrights Horizons, and then it was called America Kicks Off Its Heels, and it had an all-white cast. Now at the public, the cast included Elise White, Cleveland Derricks, and Lawrence Clayton, a reunion of sorts since all of them had done Dreamgirls together on Broadway. I found myself writing new music specifically for these absolutely celestial voices, Finn said. I learned that celestial, he really meant, is a new euphemism for black, so that's good.
The show was set during the Great Depression. The plot was Henny refuses to have her baby until things change for the better and is eventually pregnant for over 20 months. Interesting plot. Sorry, Bill, if you're watching on YouTube, I love you. As Spraker said, the romance of Romance in Hard Times was provided by Cleveland Derricks as a ne'er-do-well who spends both acts trying to win Henny's love and, for cloudy metaphorical reasons, trying to master the saxophone.
Critics enjoyed certain parts of the show, and one said, "All Fall Down" is a song boasting the specific confessional detail of Mr. Finn at his best. However, many thought the show was overproduced. Ironically, critics pointed to the large sets that they used as one of the reasons why it was overproduced, even though the set was actually shared with another show in the Anspacher, and it was a money-saving device. So critics, I guess you're wrong about that one.
Papp reported to the Times, the hope for the future is to be able to move Romance in Hard Times to Broadway. I feel like if you're mentioning this in the Times, you probably haven't removed the lab process from the scrutiny of the press. But it was a start. The economics of the Broadway musical in the late 80s were making everyone feel hopeless, and with his shot at a possible solution, Joe Papp may have made a valiant try, but Romance in Hard Times remains Bill Finn's least known produced musical. I love this because Peggy Hewitt was in it, and if you guys know elegies, he later wrote an elegy for Peggy Hewitt, so that's kind of cool. Here to sing one of the gems from Romance in Hard Times and Harada.
I was young and we had dough, my clothes just so, but Daddy blew it. He got caught, his hand, you know, fired so fast, Mommy fainted, poor at last, plus we're tainted. Oh Daddy, that fatso, then he flew out the window, turning the ground below. I kissed my cat, my daddy's dad, I'm feeling fat, my mommy's thinner, she said Daddy was a winner, but we all fall down. College days, my best of friends had married men with brains and money, brains and bonds and stocks and brawn. Then the crash, there I said it, no more cash, no more credit. On Wall Street, these men stood, then they flew out the window right on the neighborhood. My friends were poor, Jane Austen. Then he flew, then he flew, damn it, he used the doorway. Let